Hey, this is Robert from Broga Yoga. I am on Martha's Vineyard. It is a snowy 20-degree day, and the little video that I'll do now is of high lunge. And the purpose of this video, and a couple of the other videos we'll be doing, is to basically show you how you can do it anytime and anywhere. You don't need the perfect setting, although this is kind of a perfect setting. Sound quality might not be great, I apologize, a little windy, but we're going to do it, anyway. So it's high lunge, okay? High lunge requires, I'll do it. So, we're going to go with the left leg forward, right leg back. Start off by finding a nice appropriate, try not to take that stance where it's too far back, okay? We don't want to get too far back to where the pelvis gets locked out, all right? So maybe minimize your stance a little bit. Make sure you're not on a tight rope, okay? So make sure that you can actually get your feet, that sensation of both feet about hip width. All right, right hip forward, right quad forward and down, okay? Slight little bend in your back leg. This will enable you to draw your tailbone down toward the ground, all right? When you do that, if you can get that little shift from a anterior tilt to more of a neutral tilt, kind of like you're tucking your tailbone, but don't overly do it to the posterior tilt. All right, so find a neutral pelvic tilt, if you will. Left toes forward, left knee over the left ankle. Got a good base, I think, okay? Right now I'm feeling a nice stretch up through my right quad. Hip flexors are starting to open up a little bit, but not too much, right? Left knee, left leg, I'm getting a nice sense of like I'm building strength there now, especially the muscles around the knee. As you start to get a little bit older, the joints become a little bit more compromised. You need that muscle support around the joints. Okay, take a big breath in and let a big breath out. That way you can kind of settle back in. Now, the next phase would be to kind of bring some attention to your core. Okay, so brace the core. That might naturally happen when you take that tailbone and draw it down. The core becomes a little bit more engaged. Now instead of bringing the arms way up, right, we're going to bring them up, but then bring the fingertips forward so that we're going to be basically creating this like cactus arm field goal post position, okay? The purpose behind this, you'll see from this profile, is a lot of us spend a lot of time like hunched over at a desk, looking at our phones, all these different apparatuses. So, this is happening a lot in people. Or if you're a cyclist, you know, that's the hip flexor thing too. We want to try to open everything up. Strengthen the upper back, stretch and open across the chest and shoulders. So this is what this arm variation, I think, helps with. Upper cross syndrome, back into a more neutral, posturally aligned situation. Okay, so far you've got the base down, right? Feet solid, stretch up through the quad, hip flexor, core braced. Now the arms, what I like to do is set it up to where you fingertips forward and then pull the elbows back toward one another, drawing the shoulder blades toward one another. But when you do that, make sure that the low ribs don't pop out. You've got this arch in the back. So keep a nice plumb position in the trunk of the body. So pull it back, fingertips back up, and feel the, and then now pull the elbows back even more. You feel the back engaging, and the chest open. So we'll get a front view here. All right. Now what's happening here? Hip flexors stretching to a nice moderate degree. Core is engaged. Shoulders open and back. Back strengthening. Now, for balance, close your eyes. And of course, breathe. Find a nice rhythmic breath pattern. And connect to the experience and all of that. But basically, this posture is amazing for all the reasons I've just mentioned. So I won't go over them again. But why would we do it? Because it builds strength, right? Flexibility, some mobility. It prevents some of the the sway back, the lordosis, the tilting of the anterior tilt of the pelvis. Maybe starts to correct the upper cross shoulder syndrome that a lot of folks have, including myself, right? Open up. That's it. It's a totally doable pose. Do it anywhere, anytime, and see how it feels for you. It's cold. Have an awesome day. Peace.